Hi there! Welcome back to Subject Bliss. And if you're new here, this is a visual storybook of bliss, a creative soul who documents her life, art, and bliss. This is another chapter. Let us begin. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am taking yet another break from painting episodes. However, today's chapter is one of those that excites me the most. I will bring you along with me to an art shop. I had a little accident the other week. I cleaned my gouache colors, but the next day I completely messed it up by carrying it in a standing position in my bag. And so the colors mixed up. I tried to salvage it, but I end up losing completely the white ones. Thus, I need new gouache refills. And so I thought of documenting my first ever art shop experience here in New Zealand. So come with me, let's do a little art shopping. Before going to the shop, we passed by my husband's university because he needed to print some materials for his exams. He is studying his master's degree at the University of Canterbury. I went along with him to their huge library, which is pretty rad. If you are a fellow Southeast Asian and wondering how I was able to enter the campus, well, it is because unlike universities in Asia, University of Canterbury is not a gated campus. So anyone can actually come and go within the school even if you're not a student. As a matter of fact, when I arrived here in New Zealand and was still looking for a job, I spent my time painting at the Student Association building while waiting for my husband to finish his classes. The Theumming Room is an art shop that I've been eyeing since I arrived here in New Zealand. There are other art shops around Christchurch, but this one has an interesting facade. The entrance is supposed to be painted to look like a giant spotlight according to Google Photos, which I thought was pretty eye-catching and creative. But this is how it looked when I visited. I was a little disappointed to just see a black painted oval on the floor entrance. Perhaps I just came a little earlier than the painters and maintenance team. So, kidding aside, it didn't actually matter because what's inside the building is what I really came for anyway. The moment I stepped into its doors, I was in euphoria. Every item on the shelves are whispering the sweetest enchantments to my ears. I checked some brushes, but of course the finest ones are expensive, so I settled for these budget-friendly ones. Also, I already emptied my sketch pad, so I need a new one too. My previous pad was quite thin and it bends when wet, so I made sure to choose a thicker paper this time. There were so many art materials I want to grab. I was surrounded by all sorts of painting tools, color pens, pencils, brushes, and tempting art materials. But of course, I need not to be reminded to spend less because I don't have the amount to spend anyway. So I just focused on items that I really need the most, which is the white gouache. I opted to get this one on tube so as to keep my clumsy self from spilling and wasting it again. Also, I checked on some wooden easels and manifesting one day I'll get a huge one for my own art studio. But for now, let's settle for the small ones. Purchasing an easel is actually not on my shopping list, but since my birthday is coming up in 2 weeks, I used that excuse to convince my husband to get me one as a present. After my little shopping, I went straight to the park to unbox my purchases in gift. I can't stop smiling. These things really makes me happy, especially the advanced birthday present. So let me show you what I got, starting with a set of 5 white Taklon brushes. It can be used for acrylics, watercolors, poster paints, and gouache. I needed round brushes, so this set is perfect since it comes with 3 round brushes of numbers 1, 5, and 6, and numbers 2 and 4 flat brushes. Next, I got this gouache in permanent white Series 1 from Winsor & Newton's Designer's Gouache. As I have mentioned at the beginning of this chapter, the main reason why I went art shopping was because I spilled and completely ruined my white gouache. So to avoid that from happening again, I chose to get this 37 ml gouache in tube, so it's easier to carry around, especially when I bring my painting tools outdoors. For my new pad, I got this Torchon extra rough watercolor pad in A5 size from Fabriano. It is acid-free and made of 25% cotton. I really like the texture and the thickness of the sheets. This pad contains 12 sheets, so that's another 12 colorful paintings soon. Now on to unboxing my birthday present. This lovely Cambridge easel from Reeves. It is a portable wooden easel and artist's toolbox at the same time. On top, it has a carrying handle made of leather and secure clip on either side. On the inside are wooden pegs which you can arrange as dividers to stack your art materials. Let's put them into places. It's nice that there are already grooves so you know exactly where to insert the wood pegs. This mini ledge goes here to hold your canvas. Let's just tighten the bolts at the back to attach it. It is pretty easy to assemble. The mast can also be adjusted according to the height of your canvas. On both corners of the box are bolts in rail that allows you to adjust the angle of the easel to your liking. And that's it. We can now put in the brushes, paint, and sketch pad, and it's ready to go. I love how I can easily grab the handle and transport it anywhere. I hope you enjoyed this week's chapter. See you again next week for another painting episode using my brand new easel.